I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is from the Maven Huffman channel. This is the guy who was like a former I think he was like in like the WWE like training center or something. A guaranteed wrestling contract. Yeah, he was part of the roster for a bit, but now he's like a YouTuber. He's like a big like YouTuber now. Shit, dude. Chat, one day that'll be us. Not winning tough enough. I mean, we're not us winning tough enough. I mean, one day we'll be a big YouTuber. Are you guys ready?
Hey guys, it's Mick, the hardcore legend, and I have to tell you, I had the greatest job of all. I made my dreams come true inside the ring, and the greatest thing about it, I'm not paying for any of it.
Thumbtacks on your back.
Mick, it's such an honor being here with you today. You've seen and been through everything. So tell us mere mortals, which WWE weapons hurt the most and which hurt the least? Mick, we have to start with the weapon every WWE fan is familiar with.
The chair?
The steel chair.
Yeah,
One of the nice things about the steel chair is it's almost effective in the way WWE uses it now across the back. Maven, if I had to add one more move to my limited repertoire, guys don't really do wrestling moves here on your show, do they?
They do not.
Okay.
And I mean, if you ask, I would say yes.
I love this. What is his fit? That Winnie the Pooh shirt kind of goes hard. What the fuck? Where do you even buy that? Serial Summoner, thanks for the sub. Thank you. Guys, literally, I'm not gonna lie, that shirt kind of slaps.
You ready for the move?
I'm not gonna say no to you.
I would have blocked some of those chairs.
We all remember you and Rocky.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think you blocked a one of them. Actually, you couldn't. Your hands.
Yeah, my hands are cuffed. You know, we had a goal we were shooting for. Those steel chairs, because I did not realize, once my hands were cuffed behind my back, everything was tense. You know, everything's tense through the upper body, traps your neck, and you lose the body's ability to give with the blow. Not that the giving with the blow makes it harmless, but it helps. And I didn't realize that. So when Rock hit me with the first one, man, it was like a lightning bolt went down.
Your whole body?
My whole body. And I was like, I could not believe how much worse that chair shot hurt than any chair shot I'd ever taken.
I guess that
but
makes
that was
sense.
a unique situation.
Where would you put the chair?
I would say, you know,
get the nice readers out.
Into all the factors, it hurts a lot.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Mick, next on the list, we're gonna go to our tables. Going through a table. Obviously, something the Dudley Boys made.
Sure, yeah. The table essentially breaks a fall.
Breaks the fall, yeah.
So it's really high on that reward. High reward, fairly low risk. Yeah, there have been other.
I don't think tables hurt that much, right?
His career was greatly affected.
Bob Holly.
Bob Holly, yeah. I mean, there's times he had that big gash on his back.
A lot of people feel like
in the WWE
or in wrestling in general, they use a fake table.
No. Absolutely not. They just go to the Home Depot or whatever it might be. It's the same place you get the chairs. So I'm going to say table, even though it has the potential, is noticeable, but not bad.
Next, Mick, we're gonna go to a weapon that most might not see as a weapon, but it's utilized nonetheless. The WWE microphone.
There really is a way to get the noise where there is contact, but most of the contact is made elsewhere. If you can hit someone's head hard here, then that microphone's still gonna make that sound.
Still gonna thump.
And it's so much better than if you just had the microphone boot, because this way you can get the big wind up. Yeah, I'd say I'm gonna go to this one, a microphone. Again, it's the way you use it, but if it's done correctly, you should bear. Gonna be plenty of other situations
that makes sense. That makes sense.
For you suffer for your art, but the microphone should not be one of them.
Next on the list, Mick, and you mentioned talking about Hack earlier. He made the kendo stick. Well, he's one of the ones that made the kendo stick famous. Explain to the fans that don't know the construction of a kendo stick, what it feels like to get hit, and
okay, so unironically, I have a kendo stick. It's literally there just in case someone breaks into my fucking house, dude. Does it hurt? Oh, it fucking hurts. So it's basically like it's not even like thin like strips of wood. Like they're at least like 4 to 5 centimeters like thick, right? Wood, like strips of it just tied together. So when you hit it on someone, that shit will hurt. Guys, we don't have guns in Singapore, okay? If someone breaks into my house, what am I supposed to do? How would you rate the pain for me? For me, got hit by that thing, I actually jump the person. Like I jump the bitch, bro. If someone hit me with a kendo stick, on fucking god, it's on site. The thicker, the less pain, but also sturdier. No, that's true. Like, to be honest, right? Like, it hurts, but it's more the sound than anything. Like, it doesn't, okay, it hurts, but it's the sound that comes from it that's scarier than the actual, like, you know, they're challenging you to a duel. If anyone challenged me, a 4'11" Asian girl, to a duel, that's a crime in certain countries.
And I don't even want to say that is it gimmicked, because it's the construction of the kendo stick. It's not gimmicked. It's just the way it's made.
There's a little
slit
rope on the top that you can lower a little bit or raise depending on how bad you want it to be. But even when it's loose, it stings. I don't know how to make it look good without it. It's not something where you can stomp your foot. You know,
the sound comes from the impact.
It comes from the impact. I never used them all that much, you know, so I wasn't an expert. But I knew when I did get a hold of them, I was aiming for about here, about this far away, so that you get a bend into it. You want to use your wrists, like you're casting a reel as opposed to putting it up, you know, and boom, you know, I think that's more effective.
Do you practice kendo? No.
Where would you put that on the list?
I'm gonna say
it hurts.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Is this a case of, again, where it's whoever's throwing it? It depends on who you're in the ring.
Yeah.
Another daily item that is used in the WWE, the trash can.
Yeah.
Now, there's many ways to use it.
Guys, somehow I don't think a trash can's that painful.
What would you say a trash can feels like on our list?
Where there's the Rubbermaid and then there's the aluminum, right? I got a lot of mileage with Sting using a Rubbermaid in a match. I think it was called Submit or Surrender. It was a really good TV match in which he did the Stinger splash off the top with that thing. I always liked the idea of having it over my head and
not knowing where you're going.
Where you have risk with the garbage can is after you use it 3 or 4 times on someone,
frayed edges,
get rid of it.
Oh.
Now you're in a situation where a garbage can conceivably cut somebody badly. You know,
shit!
Missing time working. So I'm gonna say the garbage can, because
I didn't think about the cutting factor. Shit.
Potential to cause real damage. It hurts.
The steel steps. Where would you put that on our list?
Well, I want you to just take your finger.
Oh, I get to touch you? Christmas all over.
Right over here.
Oh no.
Oh, gosh.
You feel that big lump of bone?
Yeah, why is that hard like that?
That's because I
calcium?
I hit the stairs incorrectly. It was like a post WWE thing, and I got back in the ring and I said, I think I broke my leg, because it was just so, it was a big knot instantly. And it's because I was taking the bump into the stairs. When I would hit those steps right, and I would catch it right in the middle of the thigh, and I could feel my body going over, and I was like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna get the oohs and ahs, and it really wasn't that bad.
You were great at that.
Steps, because they can cause damage.
Yeah, okay.
I'll say still very high on the risk-reward ratio analysis, because you're always, you know what? I'm gonna move that to noticeable, but not that bad, with exceptions.
Really?
With exceptions.
Okay.
I would think that the steel sets would be a lot higher just because of how sharp the edges are, right? Just because of how sharp the edges are. Like, I always get like incredibly concerned when I see this with the steel stairs, because I'm like, oh fuck, dude, you might like take someone's eye out or something like that. Yeah, the steel steps were deform my body. Anyway, he's not that bad. He's so heroic. Oh, somehow this guy is both the most equipped man to talk about like the most painful WWE weapons, but also the most like ill-equipped, because I don't know if this guy's pain tolerance is real. I don't think the bro has like regular, you know, like pain tolerance. So even though he's like probably the best, like the most like the best person to talk about like WWE weapons, I don't think he's normal. So I don't know, man. He went through a steel cage against the Taker. I don't think I think his pain tolerance is insane. Like, I have days where like I get like where it's like it's almost Shark Week and I start getting cramps and it hurts so bad that I can't even like sit up in a chair. I have to lie down because of how bad it hurts. I could not survive like half of the things this man has you know, dealt to him. Like it could not be me, bro. He had a tooth lodge in his nose. I forgot about that. Shane McMahon also got high pain tolerance. Bro, they all do. Like, I will never forget the Shane McMahon, like, glass, like, being thrown through a glass thing. Like, that's insane. Ow! Just, ow! You know, like, I don't think I could ever be, like, a wrestler just because my pain tolerance is, like, garbage, bro.
Hi besties, it's me, Miwa, and if you're enjoying today's video, please consider subscribing, okay? Like, please, 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 times 1 billion. I'm like, really asking this of you, ne?
Those exceptions might be?
It might be The Rock throwing them on top of me when I was laying on the ground.
Ah!
From overhead. My idea, not the great one.
Understood. All right, Mick, next on the list, I don't know if a lot of people would even consider this a weapon. I want to know your thoughts. The dumpster.
Oh.
I was in the dumpster match in 1998, WrestleMania, and I will say it can cause injury if you're being power bombed into it and you clip your lower back like Terry Funk did.
Yeah.
And also, Terry and I were rolled off the side of it. Terry and I were actually in there like praying, and I was like, I love you, Terry. I love you, Cactus, you know. And then we hit, boom. And my gut feeling was, I don't think this hurts enough to look good. And it did, it looked good enough. So I'm gonna say dumpsters, noticeable, but not that bad.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Next one on the list, I'm excited for because just mentioning it gave a reaction from you. I can't wait. I'm just gonna let you go with it. Glass.
So I mean, we covering
God.
light tubes in here with glass. So
It's your world, Mick.
yeah, the light tubes. I mean, big reward, but also a big risk. You know, because they're much more difficult to pull out than thumbtacks. I'm not convinced that the coating they have, you know, is.
Oh, sure.
The other thing that worries me about it is the shards getting out into the crowd.
Yeah, the predictability of where it's going.
They work. I mean, they get a pop. I still don't know if it's worth the price you pay for it, you know, with guys literally walking around with pieces of glass in their, you know, forearms and knees for the rest of their lives.
Take candy glass, something WWE utilizes. I went through the popcorn machine. And before
Yeah, candy glass makes sense.
One of the guys backstage showed me. He was like, this is easy, it's candy glass. He even chewed it, which gave me total peace of mind. In that aspect, I think it's safe.
I was one of those guys, though, that wanted it to be real.
Oh,
you know, so I was real. I guess the one time you could tell it was definitely real was when Sabu and I called an audible at a ECW house show. It may have been recorded, Hamburg, Pennsylvania. We get to the back, and there's a garbage can, and I see the bottle, and I somehow convey to him that I want him to use it. So Sabu rolls me in the ring, and you get the big production, and here comes that thing, and he goes, boom.
I was gonna say, they're not designed to break.
Yeah.
Oh.
And long story short, it was, you know, you had these ECW, and by the fourth one, they're like, I think you've had enough, you know, and that fight was number 5 or 6 that broke. And so I did take pride in that, but it's a foolish pride. You know, like discretion is sometimes the better part of valor. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say when you mix in
all of them together,
it can be really serious. I'm gonna say it hurts.
Next on our list, Mick, it's what starts every wrestling match, the ring bell.
You either know how to use it or you don't, right? You don't know how to use it.
I'm the first to admit, I've never used it or been thrown into it in a match, so.
I was a big believer in just coming at you with the body as hard as I could, but I would have the prop with me. So I was gonna hit you as hard as I could, but I wouldn't be hitting you with the bell. I remember Randy Orton, like, I've never done this before. I can't remember we were supposed to hit
He was so hot back then.
As hard as you can, but just you're running into me with the object as opposed to going boom. And especially when it's something like that you can't really work with. It's noticeable but not bad most of the time. If somebody doesn't know what they're doing, they can split you open like a ripe melon, and that could be, I hate this job. But I worked with enough people who knew what they were doing.
Sledgehammer, another one that there's nothing fake, phony, gimmicked about a sledgehammer. You have to know how to use it.
Yeah, and I'm glad to say I was the first guy Triple H hit.
Really?
And he laid it in there. So he did it because I did need my meniscus repaired. I very rarely missed matches I was scheduled for. But when I realized I had an injury and it would be, you know, best to repair it, I would go to the company like, hey, can we work through a storyline? And then when my storyline's done, you know, let's see if we can't give somebody credit for
get some mileage.
this.
Yeah.
And I dare say that, you know, I mean, I didn't know Triple H would still be using a sledgehammer to this day.
Everybody needs friends.
But I was glad he did it, and the secret was he hit me in the meat of the thigh.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I mean, it was in there.
Yeah.
It hurt, but I wasn't injured.
Where are we putting the sledgehammer?
Sledgehammer.
That's
because
good.
I only think I took it that one time.
I don't know.
It did hurt. Good kind of pain, but it hurt. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, okay, I admire when wrestlers are professionals, like enough to, you know, like they know where they can hit without causing like serious injury, right? But god damn, Mick, no, don't. Whoa, I don't know, man. I genuinely think that Mick Foley, like, I have a renewed like sense of like admiration towards this man now after his video, because like he really does things for like the love of the sport. They're trained and taught how to take and throw those hits. No, but you see, the thing about it is that we are well aware that there are wrestlers, current wrestlers, who are unsafe to work with, you know? And it's like I genuinely feel that wrestling doesn't have to be like super serious. Like, it doesn't have to be super real, you know, like quote unquote real. Because like if you're being like actually like damaged because of it, then what's the point? Right? So like the fact that Triple H is like careful enough with an actual fucking sledgehammer, right, makes me appreciate him a lot more. Like, I mean, have you seen like Zoe Stark? The recent like Zoe Stark like botch, her and the Kairi Sane thing? I feel bad for the girl. She's been injured so much. I don't know about that. I don't know. I genuinely feel for her. Like, do I think she's a great wrestler? No. But I genuinely think that the botches are gonna cause like actual like serious injury to her in the long run. Like, the thing about it is that Kairi Sane wasn't even in the position for it, right? Like, she wasn't even like, she had her back turned, and then at that point, like, Zoe Stark was a little too far, so that's not great. Like, I feel bad, like, she botches a lot. I feel bad for her, but I genuinely think she needs to get better. Which, you know, might be a shitty thing to say, but I genuinely think she needs to get better.
Sure. Mick, what's a hardcore match without the fire extinguisher?
Oh.
Where are we putting that on the list?
Well, fire extinguisher is a funny thing, is usually you're getting sprayed with it, you know, not hit with it. But the thing about the CO2 extinguishers, it makes it really hard to breathe.
It does.
Especially if you've
that's
been through
true.
a match and you're kind of, you know, gassing out already. Panic sets in because you're used to being able to draw those breaths. Or if you understand, okay, you know, maybe I'm not in the condition I wish I was. And then you throw this on top of it, I'm going to go with it hurts because I never had an experience where it did not.
And just for everyone watching,
that makes sense.
All 100% real. There is no gimmick fire extinguisher. I think it's only fair
that makes sense. I didn't think about the fact that like you're straight up blasting CO2 in someone's face. I actually didn't think about that. I think that was ICP. So I choke. Yeah. I didn't think about like the about like CO2. I just thought like, oh, maybe it's like annoying to get in your mouth or something. But goddamn, you're right. It will choke someone out.
Next one we go to, I've been eyeballing this one because I want to know your thoughts. The baseball bat. And I know a lot of your baseball bats were wrapped
aluminum
in
or
Well, the only time I ever used a baseball bat without the barbed wire is when gorgeous Gary Young and I did a number on Eric Embry, who in World Class. And aside from that, I always had the wire around it. But with the I would put the barbed wire around it. And here's the thing, it's counterintuitive. The more barbed wire, the less it hurts.
And like everything we've talked about, baseball bats, incredibly real.
I'm not saying the bat doesn't hurt, because it absolutely does, which is why I'm going with it sometimes hurts a lot, but it hurts. Now here's the barb.
That's so crazy to me.
That's
when you string it up in place of the ring ropes, not when it's in addition to the ring ropes, but when it's a substitute.
When the ropes are gone.
Yeah, when the ropes are gone. No one thinks less of you if you're not doing it all. But if you're gonna do it. You know, like do it.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Man against man. It's man against itself. It's man against the environment.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Here's the thing. And the danger is that when it catches you and tears you,
I don't like it.
it can leave you in noticeably worse condition.
Yeah.
And I nearly lost my pinkies. You know, like I got cut here bad where I lost some feeling in my fingers.
Now, Mix, I know
Oh.
sometimes, and we've actually talked about it on this channel, they can gimmick the barbs on the barbed wire. What's your experience with that?
You know, I've had really good matches with both. If you're in Japan, it's never gimmicked. And I would say when you can get 95% of the reaction with a fraction of the risk, it's worth doing. I mean, I like the idea of knowing
I don't
it was
like
real,
that.
but I was lacerated well over 100 times. None of them that serious. You know, I mean, there were a couple bad ones, but it was like you go to a doctor and he's like, I've heard about this in prison breaks.
Yeah.
And it's you're like, why would you do this? And especially, I don't know how much more realistic it looked because it was real. I am taking the barbed wire and putting it up on top of the I hate this job.
Yeah.
Bro, I hate
Because
that
for
job too.
we
What
were
the
getting
fuck?
paid, you know, especially in IWA Japan, what I was getting paid, it was a big thing to risk that type of injury.
The next weapon on our list is one that visually looks more painful than anything. It is thumbtacks.
Oh, I hate
Mick,
that too.
Tell us
Yeah.
your thoughts.
Hey, when I did the match with Randy Orton, Backlash 2004, this was one where we had a lot of ideas that we definitely wanted to do. Randy didn't care for the tax too much, you know? Like,
I don't know if you're gonna have the number on this,
All right.
but how many thumbtacks did you guys use? It looked like thousands.
yeah, I'd say they ordered 10,000. I think you ordered 10. Because when we first brought them out in the
I didn't think it
US
was 10,000.
I think it is 10,000. We're gonna go with it hurts a lot.
Okay.
Even if it's
I-
not as bad as you thought, what
I-
is every bit as bad
no,
and
no,
worse
no,
is
it looks
having
terrible.
human beings taking those tax
Oh,
out of your body.
one time I accidentally stapled my finger, and that shit hurt, and I cried about it for like a good hour. I can't imagine taking a billion fucking thumbtacks to my fucking back, dude. Or to keep bringing sharp objects in wrestling matches for the dramatic effect. When Otis used Legos instead of thumbtacks, honestly, bring back the fucking Legos, dude. For the thrill, yeah. Bring back the fucking Legos, man. Like the Legos is probably where it's at.
Now, I know this is something I've never,
Mhm.
ever thought of being hit with. I haven't been in a ring with Jeff, but the guitar.
Yeah.
Where are you putting that on this
Oh.
list?
You know, you want to hear that crunching. It's like with the bottle. You want to hear shh.
Right.
You don't
Oh,
want to hear
shit.
thunk. So when I took it from Jeff, I mean, I was injured because a shard of it caught me in the nose. Caused a little bit of bleeding. When Jeff did
Oh,
it
oh,
was
no.
a great feeling because you're getting the reaction. You're like, all right, I
Good reaction.
this hurts, but it's not a brain rattling, star seeing type of thing. It's a crunchy, all right, a stinging thing. And so I'm gonna go with noticeable, but not that bad.
Yeah. Next, we come to
think this man's
staple
crazy.
in the hardcore division, the ladder. It's another one of I have no experience besides painting my house.
Those ladders, oh man, you know, like say power bomb on the ladder.
Yeah?
Okay, you do it in line and you get it perfectly. It's still gonna hurt like hell. You power bomb somebody across instead of with it.
Right.
You could be looking at the end of somebody's career.
You'd be looking at that. I mean, if you hit the vertebrae in the right spot, you'd be looking at a paralyzed.
Look, Joey Mercury nearly lost his eye on
Oh,
the nose.
shit.
Oh, gosh.
national television.
Oh
I think it's
shit!
a career shortener. I do.
Yeah.
I really do. And I know it's great when it's tables, ladders, and chairs, but it's like there's so much going on. Even a best case scenario, you're bruising like the corner of your elbow. You get terrible. You're struggling for weeks.
Oh, I forgot about the
with,
money in the
nagging
bank.
Injuries.
Oh.
Worst case scenario, you shorten your career.
You get a Joey
Which
Mercury
is
type
why I'm going with I hate this job.
Oh,
Couldn't agree more.
There you go.
Could not agree
no,
more.
that makes sense then.
That brings
That actually does make sense. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, the ladders nowadays look much more pathetic. I think that's with good reason. I think that's with good reason because holy shit, if someone actually like loses their eye from like a ladder, no, that's scary. That's scary. Oh, I don't like that.
Brings us to the one I've had my eyes on, the flaming table.
Flaming table.
Where's this on your risk reward
Oh.
chart?
Yeah, big risk, big reward. But credit to WWE. I mean, in order for Edge and I to do it, they had safety people. They had 5
that's
or 6.
good then.
I don't know. They were fire marshals, firemen, City of Rosemont. Even though we weren't technically on fire, they hit us with the extinguishers anyway. It is dangerous, you know. The saying, "Don't play with fire; you might get burned." But yet, when Edge and I did it, it was so perfect. You know, I got the hairy forms, right? You can,
Right.
you can
Okay.
vouch for me, right?
You do.
Everything from here down intact. Everything from here up.
Why does it look like it's singed? Like, okay, you see like the parts where it's like bare? You see like these bits where it's like bare? It genuinely looks like it got singed off. I don't think it ever grew back. Jeez. F, dude. Oh. I'm scared to fall off too because you're so cheap. I feel like anything that could result in like poking someone's eye out is really bad. It's normal arm hair though. It being like clumpy, it genuinely looks like there are parts that like burned off and aren't growing back, you know?
Up smooth as a
Advanced.
baby's bottom.
Really?
Yeah, and Edge, the eyelashes were gone.
Oh.
And but it created that mania moment for me, and I think it also helped him.
There's nothing on earth that is less noticeable than the smell of burning flesh.
Ooh.
I can imagine.
Oh,
And the people in the front few rows had to have smelled
No, yeah.
skin.
Right, yeah.
So then they're asking themselves, wait a minute. I thought this was fake.
I urge anyone who's doing that, it's not the manly thing not to have precautions, you know, like
Right.
we don't want to lose anybody. We don't want anyone, you know, seriously injured to the point where they can't show up for work the next day. So please, 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 there's so many other ways to get great reactions without
You're hearing
around with that stuff.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. I'm gonna go with it hurts a lot because it can hurt so much, and I've seen people who've been burned badly.
Well, Mick, one thing that
Yikes.
definitely does not hurt is where people can find you these days. Where is that?
My website's realmickfoley.com, and then I really take a lot of pride in doing my cameos, and that's at cameo.com/mickfoley. So those are really the 2 big things.
Time's the one thing that we're not getting more of. The fact that you gave us so much of yours.
Guys.
Truly, I'm honored.
Maybe I should have gotten myself a Mick Foley cameo for Christmas this year. Maybe that's what I should have done. Instead, I bought a John Cena backpack as a Christmas gift to myself. Like, you can tell that Mick Foley is like old because he still has like a website and everything, dude.